So I wanted to make a quick video to talk about the upcoming meeting starting in September. It's going to be 5 topics. Each one will last 4 weeks, essentially. It's going to be quite different, which is why I thought I'd make the video to perhaps things that you've done before. So I thought it would just be worth explaining that. So before you sort of signed up and pay, you've got a sense of well, particularly what you won't get. It's probably the most important part. So in nearly all circumstances, when you come to meetings or do a training or a program, the idea is that you are where you are, and some sense of knowledge or ideas are imparted or exchanged, and then you move to somewhere else. What we're going to be looking at is quite different from that. In fact, it's the exact opposite of that. The suggestion is that there is nowhere else, that this is it already. This is already everything. Nothing has ever been found or been experienced or existed outside of everything. So there's nowhere actually to go. There isn't really a starting point and an end point. There is no beginning and there is no end. There's simply just what is. So the traditional things that would happen in a teaching, in a training, won't happen because the message isn't a teaching or a training. And I think one of the most important things that I wanted to say is that in a teaching or a training, there's a lot of sharing of story and a lot of working through of story and a lot of looking to improve story, and that won't be happening. That belongs in a teaching or a training room, and this isn't a teaching or a training. This is simpler than that. So what we are going to be doing is pointing to the total and mind-blowing simplicity that there's only ever what seems to be happening. That's the only thing that anyone has ever experienced, what appears to be happening. And within the appearance, what appears to be happening can arise a voice that says there must be something else. There must be more to it than this. There must be something else that I can know, something else I can do, some other way to be. And the implication of that is if that happens, then things will be okay. And that's the dilemma of the individual. The individual is entirely convinced that there is somewhere else, something missing, something lacking from what already is. And the response to that from this message is there isn't. There never has been, there never could be, and there never will be. So in our each of the 5 topics will contain 4 meetings, 4 weekly conversations, which will be on a Monday evening, probably at 8 p.m. UK time. And so what we can look at is there'll probably be an introduction to each meeting, and then we can discuss things that arise. But there's really no point in discussing stories, because stories are on behalf of the individual, and the suggestion that we're going to make is that the individual is illusory, that voice that appears and says this isn't enough, I'm not enough, something needs to change, something needs to happen, is phantom, is on behalf of something that isn't actual, that can't be brought out onto the table. So just really wanted to get that across, that if sharing lots of stories, sharing your story, wanting things to be better, for the story to be better, reframing the story, getting insight in the story, if that's what you're looking for, then this is likely to be the most annoying place to be, because usually those are closed down pretty quickly. So the message is incredibly simple, actually, and through that simplicity is enormous power. It's the power of everything, in fact. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So there's a couple of offers running for the next 7 days, and the offer is that if you'd like to book one of the 5 trainings, then that's £97. The early bird price would be £197, but doing a Kickstarter price at £97. If you want to do multiple of the trainings, meetings, then That's multiples of 97. But if you want to do all of them, then you can do all of them for just £300. So that's the most value efficient way of purchasing them. And normally that would be £600. So it's £97 for one, or multiples of 97 if you want to register straight away for multiples, or £300 to do all 5. So I'll leave a PayPal link and some bank details. What will happen in the meetings? Well, there'll be a Facebook group which will mostly be for admin issues. There will be a stimulatory video because we're looking in a sense through different topics to start with. There may well then be further videos, but you shouldn't expect a video every day, or something to look forward to in your inbox. It won't work like that necessarily, because it will come from what's actually happening rather than what might happen or what needs to happen in order to move you from A to B, because there's no A or B. So it won't work like that. So a Facebook group mostly for admin purposes. The live Zoom meetings on a Monday starting 7th September from memory, 8 p.m. UK time. So 4 of those, and that concludes the first one, the Living in the Now topic. And then there's a month off on the next one. So it'll work like that. One-to-one conversations can happen anytime. As people who reach out to talk to me know, just drop me a note on Messenger. I don't think that will change, particularly for these group of meetings. If you want to chat one-to-one, just drop me a note and we'll have a chat. That's always fine. It's the least I can do, to be honest. So yeah, I think that covers all the things that I wanted to say. And again, I'll leave the PayPal details or bank details below this video, and any questions at all, just reach to me on Facebook Messenger. Thank you.